Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another review. Now, real quickly for my subscribers, if you're interested in more of my friend Efrey and I talking about the year 2017 and what's coming out, I had to cut it short that night, and I believe we will do more on the weekend. So hopefully that'll be out by next Wednesday. Also, there are a few films I'm working on, trying to get time to watch them, including The Martian with Matt Damon, which I mentioned before that I will review. But I wanted to do a couple other videos before that, in the meantime, including this piece of shit. And I did not think it would be a big piece of shit. Yeah, it got bad reviews, but there's films I've seen that got bad reviews, and I'm like, hey, I enjoy that film. And I'm like, okay, I saw the trailer. It stars Aaron Eckhart. I enjoy Aaron Eckhart. He was Two-Face in The Dark Knight. He was in Battle Los Angeles. I think Aaron Eckhart is a good actor. And I like the little twist on a possession movie where it's a possession movie, but it has elements of Dreamscape, or Inception, or The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. Take your pick. But the sort of a person going to another person's head, another person's dreams, to, in this movie, fight off this demon that's possessed this little boy. And I'm like, okay, I liked that little twist of an idea, and Aaron Eckhart stars in it. I'm curious. I like when they do little twists on a film that I've seen many times before. It's one of the reasons why I love Deliver Us from Evil. It's not the only reason, but I'm like, okay, it's a possession movie, but it's from a cop's perspective. I like that. Deliver Us from Evil, I'll defend. I thoroughly enjoy that movie. This movie is a bunch of fucking ball sweat that just got put into my fucking mouth, only it wasn't my ball sweat. Fucking this director's ball sweat, Brad Peyton. Dude, fucking Walter Payton sacked his ass right through the fucking field goal. He's a shitty director. He did Journey 2 with The Rock, and that's at best a forgettable, harmless time waster, but it's not a good movie in my opinion. He did San Andreas, which I thought sucked ass, and he's doing now Rampage with The Rock, and I discern his track record is probably going to suck dick. Except get rid of the probably. How do you fuck up this movie? And he did it! Because Brad Peyton is a piece of shit director. Because this film is uncreative. It's unimaginative. It's boring, considering it's an hour and 20-some minute movie. Again, you could go into dreams, and the dreams of a possessed little boy. You could do anything. You get 3 dream scenes, and they're all lazy, lackluster, with no creative juices, no imagination. Nothing. Nothing at all. And then you order up a downbeat ending in literally the last 10 fucking seconds of the movie. Bad effects, well, where a guy's engulfed in fucking CGI fire. That for a second I was going to say, man, the fucking Roger Corman Human Torch, that Fantastic Four looks better. But that's going overboard. But I want to say it just to be a smart ass. Just to be a wise ass. You waste Aaron Eckhart. Aaron Eckhart is not the problem. It's everything around him that's the problem. The rest of the cast are from meh to completely forgettable. And it's definitely not creepy. It's definitely not scary. There's not one single image. I'm like, oh, that's an impressive image. And the direction is extremely piss poor. For example, let me get to the dream scene since there's only 3 of them. Do I want to get into that? Fuck it. The first dream scene is when we see Aaron Eckhart with another client, and it's this guy in a nightclub. It's a WWE Studios film. That's another reason why I should have been on guard, because most of those movies fucking suck. The only good one I saw was fucking The First See No Evil, which most people be like, really? For a dumb slasher film, I enjoyed the first See No Evil. The sequel sucked. Other than that, their movies are lame as hell. This included. And Mark Henry, the WWE wrestler, makes a quick appearance in this nightclub. But Aaron Eckhart comes across this guy who has a bunch of women. He's telling him, this is not real. We're in your head. Gives him this lighter that's a personal property of this guy. Says, you gotta come with me. And all is, they go through the nightclub. They go into this empty hallway. And then they turn around, go through the door. It's the same hallway. And they don't even do, the director doesn't even do anything creative with the camera work or the visuals. It's not like, hey, let's try to make this look like one shot. It's cut. We're in another hallway. Cut. We're in another hallway. And then Aaron Eckhart goes, hey, think of what's your favorite color? Green. A green door is revealed. Not, again, nothing imaginative about it, nothing creative. It's just on their faces, they turn, there's a green door. They go over it, there's an empty fucking room with a fucking window. Jump through it. What? Jump through it because it make you believe that, you know, it's you escaping dreams into reality. And the thing chasing them is a woman with no eyes, which I've seen that in 50 fucking movies, including found footage films. I think I saw that shit in Grave Encounters. 1 and 2. And people are like, what the fuck is that? It's 2 found footage movies. The guy jumps and he escapes. He's on the ceiling, falls down, spits up this black sludge. There you go. Second dream scene is when he's first interacting with the boy, and they're in a park. The boy is with his dad, and then Aaron Eckhart has blood on his stomach, falls to the ground. Then someone near him has like no eyes, pulling intestines out of Aaron Eckhart's stomach, which seemed out of the blue and ridiculous and silly. I'm like, did I switch channels? Am I on a different movie? He screams and he snaps out of it. Yeah, it's such a creative, imaginative scene. You want to see that done better? The Cell! Hell, the fucking Cell had intestines coming out of Vince Vaughn, but at least it was Vincent D'Onofrio in this crazy get-up, and it was this weird sort of thing that was twirling the intestines and wrapping it more and more, and I'm like, it's great, so you stole a scene from The Cell and you made that fucking lame. And watch The Cell! That's how you do this right. And that didn't do, I mean, that didn't deal with possession, but that's how you do that shit right. That imagination, creativity. And then the last one is he goes in and the boy's with his dad again, but at a carnival. He gets the boy to come with him. And then they get into literally a room. There's pitch black. Like, actually, literally nothing. Nothing below, above. Literally pitch black. And it's Aaron Eckhart and this guy trying to punch each other in a pitch black. And while the kid's trying to go through a door, which I think is a blue door, they go through, get to the same window from before, and Aaron Eckhart puts his cross in the guy's mouth, and he lights up like a Christmas tree, and now he's the Burning Man. Horribly done CGI. Then Aaron Eckhart opens the window, turns. Well, you think they get out all right. But then it cuts to, oh, he's in the hospital. Because going back, I like the setup of his character. Where in the dream world, he's clean shaven, hair is cut, walking. But in the real world, he's got a beard, he's got long hair, he's in a wheelchair. The reason he's in a wheelchair and he's doing all this is because back in the day, Him, his wife, and his kid were driving. They got hit by a drunk driver. His wife and kid were killed, and he was paralyzed. And the thing is, when that happened and he woke up, looks across his steering wheel, and the drunk driver was a possessed person who then jumped, and he's been chasing that demon ever since. I liked that setup. Has a personal connection, sort of a revenge aspect to it. I liked it. It's completely fucking wasted. And Aaron Eckhart's not the problem. By the way, everything I've told you is like the first hour and such of the movie. Okay, the beginning of the film, the boy and the mom are coming home, and he sees this homeless woman, gets creeped out by her, enters his home. In the middle of the night, the homeless woman comes up, sneaks into their place, trying to attack the boy. Then the boy, they flip, and the boy immediately breaks her neck. So I'm guessing the woman was possessed and then went into the little boy. And I didn't mind the opening. I'm like, okay. Didn't quite see it coming that way, and then the kid is breaking her neck, and then the titles come up as if... Remember the poster for It Follows, and those titles are in neon? Imagine that, but they're red. I'm like, okay. And then the sub Aaron Eckhart's character, okay. Yeah, that first dream scene I talk about. Then this woman comes in and says, I work for, I think, the church. I could be wrong. And there's this little boy possessed. He's like, I don't want to do it. Then I will do it. Tosses this other guy who I believe is a priest, who has a possessed person locked up because he wants more info from the guy. And then also has this thing that if you take this, you get 10 seconds of lucidity if you're possessed. And that way, if you have to, last resort, you kill yourself. Aaron Eckhart says, no, I'm not dying anytime soon. I'm not going to kill myself. Then you cut to Aaron Eckhart and the woman and the mom talking. Then you get the second dream scene where he trying to talk with the boy, and it's in the park. And then after that, Aaron Eckhart goes, where's his father? Well, his father was a drunk, and he's an asshole. Well, maybe that's true, but I still need to see him. Maybe it could help. Sees the dad. I like this bit where the dad's an asshole, and Aaron Eckhart, even in a wheelchair, manhandles him and says, I don't give a shit. You're helping. And then it cuts to the dad entering in, and then the possessed kid lifts the dad up, slams him down, the guy's dead. And then Aaron Eckhart goes to see that priest again, but he's been possessed. The guy got out, possessed him, and then the guy cuts his own throat. Aaron Eckhart gets that vial, tells his buddies that work with him, if I tell you, you inject this into my bloodstream. You get the third dream scene that I just told you. The whole thing, the carnival, the shitty CGI Burning Man. He thinks him and the boy got out all right. Then he is in a hospital. And it's like, oh, you've been in a coma for a few days, and here's your wife and kid. So the demon is making him think that it was all a dream, and his wife and kid are alive, and he can walk. But one of the things is that in the demon world, or in your head, time freezes. He notices all the clocks are frozen, so he knows it's not real. Tries to open doors, gets through one door, turns, and the demon has the kid. And Aaron Eckhart does a fucking Jason Miller from Exorcist going, take me! So it takes him. Then he's like, hit me. And his buddies hit him with that injection. He has 10 seconds lucidity where he crawls, gets himself out the window, goes all the way down. Apparently, this demon sort of goes by touch. I'm like, great, so remind me of another shitty film like Fallen. Sorry, I watched the first Power of Lou Down Phillips. Thank you very much. That's better than both of these fucking movies. It's better than this movie. It's better than Fallen. Lou Down Phillips for life. LDP for life. Fucking watching this film, definitely LTP for life. The only fucking LDP this fucking movie does. I can't even talk. LDP as in limp dick pussies. That's what this movie is. A limp dick pussy waiting to be fucked by me. Because they're like, don't touch him. And then immediately someone touches his shirt, so thankfully the demon cannot go through a t-shirt. That's the limit of the demon's power, t-shirts. And he gets in the ambulance, and I'm like, well, how long does it take? They talked about how, well, if we get far away, the demon will die. I'm like, well, how long does it take for this fucking demon to die? Because he's on that ground for a long time, then the ambulance coming, and then picking him up. I mean, it's been a fucking while. And then he wakes up, he's in the ambulance, the woman that went him to the job for the first place. They look at each other. Aaron Eckhart does this, smiles, she touches his arm, and then the music changes. Ooh. And you get the idea that the demon passed into the woman. Aaron Eckhart dies. The movie ends. I want to punch the screen in the face. I want to punch the director in the face. I want to punch the writer in the face. Punch all three of you in the fucking balls. Or take Brad Peyton and the writer and just do a fucking Rocky train music. Or Pensacola. Pick your fucking music that you want to listen to, Brad Peyton and writer, when I'm bouncing your balls against my fists. Are you serious? No, I'm not. I'm over-exaggerating. Calm the fuck down. But this movie, it's boring, it's forgettable, it's uncreative, it's unimaginative. You do anything in a fucking dream. You do anything when you get in someone's head. It doesn't. I haven't seen Dreamscape in a long time. I know there's a Blu-ray out. I'd love to pick it up one day. But I remember some fucking imaginative shit going on in that. And of course, definitely was in The Cell and Inception and other films of that nature. This is fucking boring. It's lazy. It's uneventful. It's not scary. Anytime it tries to have a scare, it telegraphs itself from a fucking mile away. The score is completely... I don't even remember the fucking score, actually, so that's how great that is. And then, out of the blue, pulling this 10-second fucking downbeat ending, what, as a shock? A surprise? How about I sit on your face and you suffocate? That's a surprise, too. You don't read that many fucking things in the paper. This guy died of suffocation. How? I don't know, these butt cheeks were on his face. That's why his nose is brown. Oh, that's why. Because this film is a fucking shithead. Incarnate. And that's what pisses me off more. The reason I'm mad is that you get an actor I enjoy, like Aaron Eckhart. You get an idea that sounds cool to me. Possession, we've seen hundreds of them by now. Little twist, put a little dreamscape in there. That's cool. You do nothing with it. You do nothing with the idea. You do nothing with the prospects. You do nothing with it. And this film went into some theaters. Maybe not that many theaters, but no wonder it just gets fucking bad reviews. No, I'm repeating myself. But I got nothing else to say about it. I would think of something funny, but I just don't give a shit. Fuck this movie.